Hello! In this video we're going to do something a little bit different. We're doing one of those classic YouTube unboxings. And if that's too boring for you, you don't need to watch any further. But these sorts of things do, for some reason, tend to be popular. So in this video you'll see some hands, you'll see a box, check, and you'll occasionally see some feet. There's some feet. So let's open this up. This is a package that has arrived from Quartet Records of Spain, quartetrecords.com, specialty soundtrack retailer. Let's open it up. And here we have a beautiful selection on compact disc, on CD, of a number of their releases from 2021, including a few of those that made it to the final batch of the year, the special end-of-year batch. The humble CD turns 40 in 2022, and look at this, a beautiful collection of them. This is a title that appeared in that end-of-year batch. It's Zulu, music composed by John Barry. Classic film, classic theme. And in a previous video we have talked about Zulu, and you can find that on a card that's going to appear up here or up here, or yeah, however YouTube does it. You tell me. So this is a beautiful cover, isn't it? Designed by Nacho Gavantes, and on the back it tells us we get the film soundtrack in stereo and mono. Both different mixes there, as different mixes were made. And look at this. Looks cool. Striking artwork on this, and some fantastic notes by journalist John Burlingame, who really knocked it out the park, as he usually does with these John Barry releases. So a fantastic addition to any fine collection of film music. What we have next in here is the Pink Panther Final Chapters Collection. This is music by Henry Mancini for the last three films that Mr. Mancini and director Blake Edwards made together. So Trail of the Pink Panther, Curse of the Pink Panther, and Son of the Pink Panther. What's notable here is that disc 3 is an expanded version of Son of the Pink Panther. So the album has been expanded upon, and we've also got, of course, those other two scores in there. In this booklet is a beautiful set of notes contributed by John Takis. He does a great job of taking us through all of the ins and outs of Mr. Mancini's wonderful music to those three Pink Panther films. What was interesting about Mancini is that he sort of stereotyped himself, didn't he? He was more known for his pop instrumental arrangements, and that's kind of a shame, because his dramatic underscore, even in films like these, where it's kind of effervescent and frothy, he was such a good dramatic composer. You don't need to look any further than the underscore for Breakfast at Tiffany's, or The Days of Wine and Roses, or The White Dawn, or The Molly Maguires, to just realize how awesome Mr. Mancini was. And his music for these scores is also great and very much enjoyable. Looking through the box, I can see here down the bottom there is 5 Philippe Sarde discs, some of them containing more than one score. Philippe Sarde, a wonderful French composer. Here, César and Rosalie. Look at this. Beautiful scores for some very interesting films. Look at that. My favorite of this bunch is here, César and Rosalie. I'll tell you why. It's because we have this wonderful use of the Moog synthesizer, providing us with kind of a rhythm and a beat, and that's heard very much in the main title and some of the other pieces as well. But we also get a huge variety in instrumentation here. We're getting some jazz in free jazz, And we're getting in particular a very sort of heartfelt and moving score that accompanies some of the other tracks and scenes in here. So it's a wonderful addition to your library if you're interested in Mr. Sarde, or even if you're not. He is a great composer. I can see some other things in here, including, look at this, Chimes at Midnight, aka Falstaff, an Orson Welles film with music by Angelo Lavagnino. What we're getting on here is CD1, the original album, CD2, the complete, or perhaps we should say expanded score. Look at that. Lots and lots of tracks, lots and lots of music. It very much fits the mold of the film. Here's a classic, The Taking of Pelham 123, the 1974 film. Music by David Shire, who gives us a taut 32.5 minutes on album. There's even less than that inside the film itself. And what a score. Wow. That womp, womp, womp of the bass line. Brilliant. Brilliant film. Brilliant music. David Shire. You can also get this on vinyl record from Quartet Records. What else can I see in here? Oh, I can see some Morricone. The Cat of Nine Tails. Maddalena. And yeah, you can read that. I'm not going to pronounce that because I'll make a mess of it. But my favorite track, probably on all of these, would be on the Cat of Nine Tails. Let's have a look on the back there. Oh yes, track number 2, 1970. Runs about 8.5 minutes. Wow, that's one of those classic slow burn Morricone pieces where it's got this wicked sort of bass line, use of percussion, use of voices, agitated string work, and it works wonderfully over headphones actually. It's just this really cool piece. So there's that one. And then when we look at something like Maddalena, look at this on the back here. Erotico Mistico, nearly 10 minutes. Long tracks on this one. Great Morricone. Cool stuff. Even on here. What's cool about this particular release is that we get all of the individual cues that he recorded that he then sort of edited and cut together to make up the album as well. So you're getting all of that as one big long CD of stuff. So 3 Morricones. And this one here, this is a particular favorite. The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes. Miklos Rozsa. What a great composer, great score. So 2 discs here this time. Disc 1, the score as we would hear in the film. And on disc 2, we're getting the stuff that was essentially used as the template for the score. The violin concerto, there in tracks 2, 3, and 4. And a real ripper of a treat. Track number 1, The Fantasy, recorded in 1977 by the composer. That is great. And for those that love the balalaika, look at that! 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at all those tracks of balalaika. Wow, that is cool. But this is a good score. A really good score. What else can I see? Well, there's a whole heap of cool stuff here that's come out of Europe. So some great European composers. And let's end our video today on some Nino Rota. Gee, he was great, wasn't he? Giving us this sort of circus-like feel and a lot of woodwinds and kind of fun, even in his scores that had to be dramatic and moving like this one did. He still finds a way to get some fun in there. So that's my box of Quartet Records releases, just a quick look through them. I hope you have fun and happy listening.